In the north of the Gaza Strip, Israeli forces struck the enclave's capital and satellite towns. At the same time, the number of dead in the region has already exceeded 40,000 people. About 92,000 suffered. The most high-profile strike was on a school in the Al-Rimal neighborhood in western Gaza. An IDF airstrike killed 12 people, one of whom was a journalist. In the central part of the enclave, the Israelis launched intermittent air and artillery strikes against targets. Nuseirat came under the most concentrated fire. There are reports of civilian casualties. Meanwhile, Palestinian militias shelled IDF positions in the Netzarim corridor. Judging by the lack of reports of evacuation helicopters overflying the area, such attacks had no tangible effect. In the south of the Gaza Strip, Israeli forces advanced in the Al-Qarara neighborhood, north of Khan Yunis. Within a few days, they managed to reach the northern outskirts of the Hamad residential complex, where fighting with Palestinian militias began. At the same time, a high-profile incident occurred in the area, resulting in media casualties. An Israeli APC opened fire on a group of journalists, killing one and injuring others. To the south, Israeli units battled militants in the Tel al-Sultan neighborhood in western Rafah. At the same time, IDF engineering operations to destroy the underground infrastructure of the Philadelphia corridor continued. In the West Bank, the Israelis conducted raids in Palestinian Authority towns. In total, the number of detainees has surpassed 10,200 since the beginning of the escalation. In response to the actions of Israeli security forces, militants shelled Jewish settlements and carried out terrorist attacks. In Tel Aviv, a Hamas supporter attempted to blow himself up in a public place, but the explosives detonated before they were supposed to. Protests by opposition citizens against the Israeli government continued, including in Tel Aviv. A truce and prisoner exchange deal with Hamas remained the main demand from activists. The situation at the Lebanese-Israeli border remains tense. Hezbollah fighters launched massive rocket and kamikaze drone attacks into northern Israel, leading to one casualty. In turn, the IDF struck Shiite group positions in southern Lebanon and the 𝐏𝐸𝐽 Valley. 9 Hezbollah fighters were killed during the week, including the commander of a rocket unit.